Welcome, dear viewers. In this segment, again, we have an interview with three wonderful brothers. Brother John from United States, Brother Shawn from also United States, New York, and Brother Yahya from Germany. So welcome again to this segment. And we came to know now, mashallah, since we were discussing from the last previous episode, now you accepted Islam, the community helped you, the books actually helped you, learning about Islam, since you're coming from almost, your Islam is 1996, I believe, and different, of course, experiences you're going through. Now, let's shift the questions or the style of the questions. Now, you guys in Kuwait, mashallah. May I know from when you're in Kuwait, Brother John?
2002.
2002.
Right after Hajj.
Right after Hajj. Okay, we will come to that.
February 2002.
So February 2002. What about you, Shawn? When you came to Kuwait?
October 2010. Yeah, 2009. I'm sorry. October 2009. I'm sorry.
Okay, so 2000?
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you came to Kuwait, Brother Yahya?
Around 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
So, all of you living in Kuwait more than 5, 6, 7 years. This is the minimum I can say. Now, really, I will ask you some, important questions. What is your favorite dish in Kuwait? So I'll go with John.
Majboos diya.
Majboos diya, yeah. You know even how to say it. Okay, mashallah.
I don't have to think about it.
Okay, and what about you, brother?
Say similar to him, majboos laham.
Laham, so one is preferring with the
Yeah.
Okay, and letting the audience knows majboos diyai, mashallah, the brother is saying it in typical Arabic way. This diyai means chicken, so it's like a rice and chicken, but made or cooked in a different Kuwaiti style. Similar as the brother saying majboos laham. Laham is lamb or meat.
Yeah.
So this rice and meat cooked in a different style. What about you, brother Yahya? I know about you that you are an organic person. He likes organic. He works in an organic company, and he's avoiding sugar, which is alhamdulillah good. But I don't know. To be honest with you, I know you from many years, but I don't know what's your favorite dish, Kuwaiti dish.
Kuwaiti dish between majboos lahm and majboos hamur.
Hamur. Okay.
Wow.
So one is preferring chicken and then the meat and the also.
We get all the food groups.
Yes,
Mashallah. So
on
fish.
majboos though. Majboos basis.
Yeah.
Maybe you will like the hulu or the sweets, but I'm sure you are not a sweet person, right? I mean, you are a sweet person. You don't like to eat sweets. I believe you avoid sweets.
Yes.
Any specific reason for that?
Yeah, sure. I'm working in Natureland, so we have kind of knowledge about sugar is silent death maker. So
it's a disaster.
Yes. I stay away from it.
Actually, it's a good, when you work in a company and everything is organic and you get information about the sugars and everything. But of course, this does not mean that I have to stop from sugar. I love chocolate. I love sugar. I eat everything. So alhamdulillah. Now, of course, we were talking about food and everything, and we have varieties of chicken and meat and fish. Now, you said something very interesting. You said majboos diyai, and this is a typical Kuwaiti word, So who taught you Arabic?
I learned it from reading hadith with the English dictionary because we didn't have YouTube. But when I moved to Kuwait, I learned a long time. I worked for a company here, and I had to give a presentation in Arabic. So the only Arabic that I could use was Fusha. So I gave the whole presentation in Fusha. Okay. I was told after that to stop speaking Arabic and learn how to speak Kuwaiti because they don't want to have presentations like I was giving the khutbah.
Okay. Who taught you Fusha? Fusha is let the audience also know and the viewers. Fusha is the pure Arabic language, the language of Quran. So this is Fusha, and you gave your first presentation in Fusha.
Yeah.
Who taught you Fusha?
I learned it myself and through imams and people at the masjid that I attended in America.
Oh, mashallah. So now you're studying with the imams. Tell me the experience of your first prayer. Now you accepted Islam, you believe that Islam is the way of life and this is the true religion. Now, tell me about your first prayer, how you prayed, you put your forehead all the way to the ground, first experience. Tell me something about it.
Well, just like doing prayer now.
MashaAllah.
It's been so normal for me, but I had to learn the steps. I had to learn what dua to say, what ayats you needed to say, but I didn't have mimicking from YouTube or videos. I had to transliterate, learn the words, learn the meaning, and learn the fiqh behind it. And of course, tafsir behind all the salah.
Great.
All right?
MashaAllah.
So the wisdom, the hikam of the salah is, it helps you understand where you stand as a person in your religion. And so like my first salah was like, okay, I'm making a big step, a big conversion. But I had realized that reading in the Injil, in the Bible, that Jesus even prostrated. All right?
So you know there's a link even before.
There was a link. So I always learned that Islam is the next step after being Christian.
And coming to Shawn now. Now, you also talk Arabic. You know, we spoke like a little bit before. Who taught you Arabic?
Well, my story is similar to our brother John here. You know, I studied the Fusha originally, and when I started going out to the Diwaniyas and places like that, the same story. People would look at you like, what language are you speaking? I was like, you guys don't speak Arabic? They say, no, we speak Kuwaiti. I was like, Kuwaiti's not Arabic? You know, and then you learn, you know, the different slangs and, you know, the different dialects, you know, and things like that. So, you know, you find out the Kuwaiti dialect is far from, you know, the Fusha.
I believe all the dialects, like, you know, the Arabian country, they have their own dialect.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that, you know, still the Fusha is top of all these things.
Yes.
And I think if some of them they don't understand, but I believe majority of them they do understand the Fusha.
Yeah.
And I think also who helped John and Shawn, I think your family, because I believe you are married in Kuwait and you have a family, so
Yes.
you have no choice to talk to them in Kuwaiti, right?
No choice whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, mashallah. So coming to brother Yahya, now how you learned Arabic?
Yeah, that's actually the story how I came to Kuwait, because I was participating in a 3-month program for Arabic studies with the Thaqafa Islami, and alhamdulillah, after this I searched for a job and I found it. So throughout these years I learned the Arabic language here as well. And,
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
Great. Now also quickly I would love to ask all of you, now starting from Shawn, your first experience when you went to Mecca, saw the Kaaba, could be your first time for Umrah or first time for Hajj. Tell me that feeling, you're going there first time after accepting Islam and doing these rituals, how you felt?
Well, my first time I was actually afraid. I was scared. Because I was on the plane, and my first time ever going to Mecca, I was alone. I went by myself. And everybody said, no, you can't go by yourself. I said, no, I only need Allah. That's it. And when I got there, you know, when I finally got to the Kaaba, I just started crying. And then immediately I woke up. Why? Because people started pushing me. It's like, Allah, 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 Allah. So, you know, I made my first Umrah, and, you know, it was that time, you know, I made a live video, and I sent the live link to my parents. And when my mother saw the Kaaba, she started to cry.
SubhanAllah.
And then that's when she said, I feel and I know that God has shown you the way. And basically, alhamdulillah, you know, she was very proud about that, and she cried. So, you know, that made me feel like, you know, hey, you know, this journey is going to be hard, but it's worth it.
Which year you went to Mecca, or the Umrah, first Umrah?
First Umrah was in January 2011.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. May Allah guide all of us to the straight path, including our
Inshallah,
family members.
inshallah.
What about you, Brother Yahya? Now, your first Umrah or first Hajj, going to the first time where Ibrahim alayhi salam and his son built this house. Now, what's your feeling and what exactly you did?
Just remember that I was sitting in the bus. It was nighttime. I was looking into the stars, and it was just like, wow, I'm going to Mecca right now. You know, it
Which
was
year?
Like, this was around 2013.
So after 3 years, you came to Kuwait.
No, 1 year after. 1 year.
1 year. Ah, you
Yeah.
accepted Islam at I think 2009 or 10.
Eight, yeah, and I came to Kuwait 2012.
You reached now to Mecca. What happened?
Really, also as I saw first time the Kaaba, it was just amazing. You know, it's just stunning, and staying there, looking at, and I was, wow, okay, I'm here. You know, and again, this peace that I felt before, also I felt in this place. Like everything was slow motion. You know, everything in me was slow motion. Everything was kind of peacefully and nice. I was just enjoying it. Yeah.
Wow. So this was the experience, you know. In few seconds, I know that we are rushing over the time. What's your feeling when you saw first time the Kaaba and you was there?
Pretty much for what these two brothers have relayed the same way. I was in awe, and I had grown up studying architecture and art history growing up where I did in Italia. So I wanted to look at how the bricks were put together on the Kaaba and the masonry work, and I was just astounded at the beauty of it. You know, it's a magnificent building. You know,
Wow.
and then you think, okay, Ibrahim made this 3,000 plus years ago, and the black stone is there, and it hasn't moved from that location for thousands of years. You think about the history of how many thousands and millions of people have come to that place in Mecca.
Wow. Okay, now in one word or just two words, what's your advice to non-Muslims or people in general?
Just read about Islam in a way that you're open, and the first thing and the very important thing, ask God to guide you to the right way that He's pleased with.
MashaAllah. What about you, brother?
My advice would be get to know Muslims. Don't just, be stereotypical of what you see or what you hear. Get to actually know a Muslim, and you will see it's not what you will know it's not what you hear.
MashaAllah. And final word from Brother John.
Don't follow the media. Read, study, and if Allah helps those that help themselves.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. These are the great words coming from brothers who were not Muslim, and then they accepted Islam by Allah's will, and Allah guided them. I ask Allah Almighty to guide us all and keep us on the guidance. Alhamdulillah, the time is up for this segment, but we will shift to another segment, so stay with us, inshaAllah.